Have you ever really stopped to think about what the meaning of a sentence actually is? We usually think, okay, it's either a statement or it's a question. Pretty simple. But what if I told you there's this incredible new way of looking at language that shows how a lot of our statements are secretly asking questions at the exact same time? Yeah, let's get into it. So let's just jump right in with a puzzle that gets to the absolute heart of the matter. Is this a statement or is it a question? I mean, it's got to be one or the other, doesn't it? Well, today we're going to challenge that entire idea. And this sentence right here, this is going to be our guide. On the surface, it looks totally straightforward, a simple statement of fact, right? One of these two things is happening. But as you're about to see, this simple or sentence is hiding a complexity that might just change how you think about communication itself. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with that puzzle we just saw. Then, we'll look at the traditional way of thinking about meaning. After that, we'll introduce this new, kind of mind-blowing idea of meaning as a set of possibilities. We'll see how that idea brings statements and questions together, and then, the big one, why any of this actually matters. So let's get back to our puzzle. How in the world can a single sentence be two different things at the very same time? Let's take a closer look. Now, to really appreciate this new idea, we've got to first understand the old one, the traditional view, which basically sees language as a way to just, download facts into someone's brain. This whole approach is called the truth-conditional view, and the core idea is pretty simple. A sentence's meaning is basically like a big checklist. For any situation you can imagine, you just ask, is the sentence true in this world? The whole point is to just sort the universe into two piles, true and false. That's it. And this is a big but, this traditional view has a major drawback. If meaning is only about what's true or false, then you need one system for statements and a totally separate system for questions. It basically builds a huge wall right down the middle of our language. And this is where we get that aha moment. A new framework called Inquisitive Semantics comes along and suggests a completely different way to think about meaning. It's a way that builds a bridge over that wall instead of just accepting it's there. Okay, here's the crucial shift. Instead of a sentence pointing to one single true version of the world, a sentence's meaning is actually a set of possibilities. It stops saying, hey, this is how the world is, and it starts proposing, well, the world might be one of these ways. See the difference? Now, with this one little tweak, a single sentence can suddenly do three things at once. It can be informative, by ruling out certain scenarios. It can be inquisitive, by putting a few different possibilities on the table. And it can even be suppositional, exploring those possibilities in, say, an if-then situation. All right, so how does this new way of thinking actually bring statements and questions together? Let's take it and apply it to our puzzle sentence and just see what happens. And this is where it all clicks. The old, traditional view looks at our sentence and just says, yep, that's a statement of fact, end of story. But Inquisitive Semantics, it shows us that it's a hybrid. It's informative, sure, it rules out the possibility that, Pete is out mowing the lawn. But it's also inquisitive. It puts an issue on the table. Which one is it? Is Pete on the piano or is Susan singing? It's asking a question. So now we can see these three really clear categories of sentences. You've got your purely informative ones, like Pete is playing the piano. That just presents one possibility. Then you have purely inquisitive ones, like is Pete playing the piano? Which presents multiple possibilities, yes or no, without ruling any out. And then you have our cool hybrid sentence, which does both at the same time. It presents multiple options while also ruling some other stuff out. So you might be thinking, okay, that's a neat little academic trick, but does this actually matter in the real world? And the answer is, oh yeah, a resounding yes. This isn't just theory. It has a massive impact on how we understand the language we use every single day. I mean, this new perspective is being applied all over the place. It helps us unpack really complex if-then sentences. It helps us model what words like might are really doing, and it even helps us formally define what makes for a good answer in a conversation. It's so powerful, it's actually leading to totally new systems of logic, built for this much more dynamic view of language. There's this one idea from the source material that just puts it perfectly. Information exchange is a dynamic process of raising and resolving issues in conversation. And that right there captures the whole shift. Communication isn't just about one person downloading facts to another. It's a lively, interactive process where we work together to figure things out. So look, if you take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this: communication is a dance. Every sentence we say is a step that both gives a little information and also invites a response. We're constantly stating things and asking things, often in the very same breath. And that brings us to a final thought I want to leave you with. Just think about the way you talk every day. When you say something like, I wonder if the store is still open, or, maybe we should get pizza tonight. Are you really just stating a fact? Or are you doing something more? Are you also asking a question, opening up a possibility, and inviting someone else to join the dance?